President Trump revealing his sweet spot for TV ratings, especially for the Roseanne reboot. I want to talk about that with CNN political commentators Charles Blow, Amanda Carpenter, and Andre Bauer. Hello, guys. So,
hey.
The president was in Ohio today to promote his infrastructure plan, but it was more like a campaign rally because he spoke about the ratings on the first episode of the Roseanne reboot. Watch this.
Look at her ratings. Look at her ratings. I got a call from Mark Burnett. He did The Apprentice. He's a great guy. He said, Donald, I called just to say hello and to tell you. Did you see Roseanne's ratings? I said, Mark, how big were they? They were unbelievable. Over 18 million people. And it was about us.
It was about us. I mean, us. He's a middle-class person, like... Anyways, I don't know. Maybe he's just talking about him and his supporters, but is this what we want our president to be concerned with?
Well, Stormy Daniels got 20 million viewers, and that was also about him. So, I mean, but the
shade.
Well, it is. But I mean, the idea of being such obsessed with television, though, is really strange. And you know, I saw online somebody said they had done the accounting, and he had tweeted about ratings like 260 plus times, and human rights, that's what their counterpoint was, like 3 times or something. The obsession with television is the problem. Even trying to put people in the cabinet because they are good on television, trying to find television personalities who could be part of the cabinet. We cannot have a television presidency.
Well, we do.
Kind of.
I mean, he's a reality television star. I mean, Amanda, like it or not, maybe he knows something that that a lot of people don't, and that's why he became president. He worked the media. He knows television. I don't know.
Sure. And I'm not surprised that Trump and Roseanne are sort of on the same wavelength. To me, Roseanne Barr was way Trump before Trump was Trump on the national scene. She's crass. She's strangely tolerant of Nazi references, if you follow her on Twitter. And she likes fast food. And I don't say that to hate on her, because when I watched that show as a kid, it was refreshing to me because her house looked like the houses that my friends had to, and my house, it showed it a little bit dirty, and it was far more relatable than these fancy things I'd see in Full House. And so to me, it is very refreshing and necessary that we see honest depictions of American life. And listen, it's funny, but I think everybody's getting way spun up about these ratings. This is a one-off thing, and I think that maybe some people were curious to find out why Dan is still alive than anything else. And so let's see how it goes.
Right.
It's a smart show. There's funny jokes, and it's an honest depiction of life, and maybe we just need more of that.
Yeah. Andre, I'll give you the last word on this because I got to get to the next block. Sorry. Go on.
Roseanne's in touch with Americans that most Americans know, just like the president. She actually understands what hardworking average folks are dealing with, much unlike the other folks in Hollywood. I mean, she's relating to a segment of the population that feels like they've been left behind, which is exactly what Donald Trump dialed into.
She's a multimillionaire. And let's not listen. I have to say this: that Roseanne, I'm not hating on Roseanne, but I'm sure Whitney Cummings, Wanda Sykes, and some of the writers of the show also have a lot to do with it. Also, I understand it wasn't her idea to redo it. It was it was the woman who plays her daughter or her sister. I can't remember. I've never seen the show. But she's on the woman who's on the talk now. I think it was her idea.
I mean, I think she has a smart show, but the crassness and the coarseness. I mean, my first memory of it before I really watched the show was her singing the national anthem, screeching it, and grabbing her crotch. I think I was like 8 or 10. I mean, so I'm not upholding her as a model figure. I just think there's such hunger to see what middle-class life is way that's not pandering, that something like that succeeds.
Okay, I got to get to the break. We'll talk more. We'll be right back. Tonight, one of the students who survived the Parkland, Florida school massacre really taking on a powerful host at Fox News. 17-year-old senior David Hogg standing up for himself after a public attack by Laura Ingraham. Back now with me, Charles Blow, Amanda Carpenter, and Andre Bauer. So, Andre, yesterday Fox News host Laura Ingraham mocked Parkland student David Hogg for being rejected by multiple colleges, and in response, Hogg called for a boycott on her advertisers, singling out 12 companies that ran ads during our broadcast this week. And there they are up on the screen. Was this a smart thing to do, hit her where the money is?
I think he's been very effective. Look, I'm a free market guy. I believe that everybody has a right to pull ads. I think it's a little bit that he's getting it both ways, that he wants to be treated as an adult, but then when it comes to anybody taking a swipe at him, he gets treated as a child. But hey, that's free market, and people that patronize those companies can feel free to not patronize them as well. But I think all of it's fair game, and I think he was very effective in what he's done so far. Even though I'm not a huge fan, I think he is becoming a bigger and bigger factor here in the news lately.
You think he should be able to be criticized, Charles? He said, he's a teenager, but a child, but yet he's an activist.
Well, I think he's teenager, child, but also victim, right? I think you give a broad latitude to people who are talking out of their pain. Yeah. And when that's happening, you suck it up. You may not agree with them. There was the mother of one of the guys who was killed in Benghazi. She spoke at the Republican National Convention. You suck it up. If she's attacking you directly, Hillary, you suck it up. And when they asked Hillary Clinton about that, she said she deserves to be able to say what she's saying. The facts may be different. We may understand the facts differently, but she deserves to be able to say it. They deserve, regardless of whether you agree or not. And also, Laura Ingraham is just a horrible human being, and that was a low blow. Yeah. I wish I had a 4.1, 4.2 GPA when I was graduating from high school. That is not the kid
Charles,
to attack.
you and I agree on something.
That is not the kid to attack.
Yeah. Oh, what you said about the kid and about giving latitude, thank you, because I completely agree with that, and I used that example as well last night of the Benghazi mother. And so, I don't want to, the NRA is all mad at me and all of my timeline. I really don't care. When someone is in that much pain, it was like the young man who came on last night from Sacramento, Stevante Clark. He's in pain.
Right.
And so he wasn't ready for an interview.
Right.
So you wish him well, and you let him go, and whenever he comes back, and you give people latitude. You don't criticize them. You know what I'm saying.
Right.
What do you think about? Let me just read this for you, Amanda. Here's what I want to say. That she apologized, Laura did. She said any student should be proud to have a 4.2 GPA, including David Hogg. On reflection, in the spirit of Holy Week, I apologize for any upset or hurt my tweet caused him and any of the brave victims of Parkland. For the record, I believe my show was the first one, and she went on saying that her show was the first one to treat him, to give him a platform. Do you think her apology was sincere?
Well, a couple things. I don't think you should have to hear from your advertisers or to check your calendar to see that Easter is coming to know what you posted was mean and unchristian and just plain stupid. Let's say you hate the Parkland kids, which, I think the way that a lot of people have piled on them, ridiculed, mocked them is revolting, and you do give them latitude. But okay, put that all aside. If you are a Republican voice like Laura Ingraham, who purports to want to attract people to the cause, I cannot think of a worse way to drive young people away from Republicans than to laugh in their face when he didn't get into all of the schools that he wanted to, because he did also to get into some very good ones. And so I just don't understand this. Not only is it counterproductive, but it's just so mean-spirited to do. And this is this new trend, and I don't know if it's brought on by Trump, or maybe it was always kind of there and it wasn't as nearly pronounced in conservative media. Not everybody, but some voices. And man, I am with you guys on a lot of these issues. I have fought for Ted Cruz, fought with Jim DeMint, but this kind of attitude, man, I'm not on board with it. And if you're losing me, trust me, you're losing a lot of other suburban, mother types.
And mic drop and scene.
Can I say? Amanda, I'm reading your book. It's good so far.
Oh, wow.
Thank you, Charles.
What's the name of it again?
It's coming out in May. It's called Gaslighting America, Why We Love It When Trump Lies, and I cannot wait to talk more about it with you.
Good night. Thank you, guys. Good night, everybody. Thanks for watching.